Well, it's official. The Snyderverse is dead. And in its place arises the new DCU with James Gunn and Peter Safran behind the wheel. As the first official project to kick off the new canon, I think Creature Commandos does a phenomenal job of setting expectations. If there's anything that The Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy have shown us, it's that Gunn knows how to turn D-listers into poster children. Personally, I love James Gunn as a director. Though his sense of humor doesn't always work for me, his movies have a lot of passion, and he's proved to both Marvel and DC fans that he knows how to write a fun comic book story. Creature Commandos being no exception. There's just a lot to like about this show. The art style is charming, the action is tense, and of course, in proper Gunn fashion, the soundtrack is catchy. I know I certainly started listening to Gogol Bordello more than I would have ever have if not for this show's inclusion of Wearing Purple and American Wedding in episode 2. As for the show's relation to the canon, Corto Maltese and Amanda Waller's daughter are both referenced and confirm Gunn's previous projects being tied to the new timeline, which means that technically this is the third official project in universe. I love the fact that the animated projects are still connected to the main canon of the live-action projects too. It allows for more creative set pieces that would be much more challenging to pull off with CGI. The plot mainly revolves around Circe wanting to kill the Princess of Bakolistan for reasons I won't say, but the flashbacks in episodes 2 through 7 are what really connects us with these new teammates. Some show us an origin story, others are more focused on a defining moment, and Weasels addresses the child killer allegations. They give context for each one's motivation, all of them being poetically tragic in one form or another. My personal favorite of the 6 is G.I. Robots. I loved the usage of coin-operated boy by the Dresden Dolls. It added a surprisingly emotional spin to a montage of a robot committing mass murder. You'll know what I mean when you see episode 3, but I felt like it was worth noting that it's probably my favorite scene on the whole show. Bride's cold-hearted demeanor perfectly bounces off of Nina's kindness and warmth. When you see both of their origins, it's easy to understand how they both grew into the people they are by the start of the season. Hell, Dr. Phosphorus has all the excuse to be a nonchalant smartass with what horrors he's experienced. There's a line in episode 6 towards the end that still evokes strong empathy every time I hear it. Weasel's story, while still being sad, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. To be fair, he's more of a mascot than a complex character. I mean, he does have a whole side plot of him befriending wolves in the woods. Frankenstein's episode doesn't really add new perspective compared to what is already happening with him in the main story either, but instead doubles down on just how delusional he is in his quest to be with the bride. When I was researching for this video, I saw that some DC fans had reservations towards letting Creature Commandos being the opener to the new DCU, but I think this actually works. We've seen a dozen interpretations of Batman and Superman over the years, but reaching towards the deeper end of the intellectual property pool makes things fresh and exciting. It's expected for the faces of DC Comics to have plot armor, but the more niche characters allow for full creative control. You won't ever know for certain which characters will live or die in projects consisting of lesser known properties. It makes for a more engaging story to me. Overall, this show has left me incredibly optimistic for the future of DC content under Gunn. It's fun, the team has good chemistry, and it leaves plenty of opportunity for future seasons. Superman is coming out within 6 months as of recording, and there's a lot of pressure with how the iconic character will be portrayed on screen. If Creature Commandos is any indicator of quality though, then I'm not worried at all. Those are just my brief thoughts about the show. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I just wanted to give a quick spoiler-free review so that I have something to post this month. If I had to give the show a number score, I'd probably say it's a 9 out of 10. Part of my New Year's resolution is to actually upload at least one new video monthly, with future ones hopefully being longer than this one is. I have ideas for some projects in the works, especially much more time-consuming ones, and I'll hopefully get around to posting them at some point. As you can probably tell by this video, I'm going to shift my content more into light media criticism, but I will still post some gaming videos too. Maybe I'll rank every Snyderverse movie for a potential video if enough people are interested. If you want to keep up with how I spend my time, feel free to follow me on Letterboxd. I just made a new Instagram account that I'll post channel updates on, so follow me on that because I barely open up TikTok and Twitter at all. That being said, if you want to see more content, you know what 3 things you have to do, and I'll hopefully see you next month. See you soon, at least. Maybe this month, who knows. My next video will probably be another review or something